right? Wouldn't it just be good if it could just go, rubbish, be gone? Ping! Hi, welcome to Wildcraft, and today we're digging a pit!
We were going to do an earth burn thing, but with all this bloody chaos, it's took up a lot more of our time. Like the 1st of May was the deadline, that's Sunday, it's only a couple of days. So we're going to do a pit burn again instead of an earth mine burn, so we don't have to dig up the turf. But with this bank in here, like it's raised up there, we could dig into there and make a retort in the bank in there. But where do you think we should make the pit? The pit don't look that big, but it's going to be a metre deep, so it's 2 metre diameter. So what I've just been doing, put the spade there, and then just been putting these stakes round to mark the circle. So 2 metre wide,
Yep.
a metre deep, and a metre diameter, so it's like a cone. So then just keep on chucking it in. When you see the white layer of ash, then you pile more on, so then it creates a fire curtain, so all the stuff underneath it, the only thing that sets on fire is gas. Everything has to turn into gas before it combusts, so the solid stuff underneath, it's deprived of oxygen, and then it turns into charcoal. Then you have to get some water on it and stuff like that. But yeah, so we've got our circle there, so that'll be good for amending the trees. And then nice pit area there, and then we start working off the fence. And then just while I'm here, this is a plumb line for making the swales. Finding the contour of the land. Now we've got the LiDAR data, and that gives you the rough, so you can plan it out roughly where the large marker points are, but then you have to get it exactly on the contour. So if you make an A-frame, like a triangle, like this, like my arms are, with this hanging off, so imagine I haven't got any biceps, and this is the triangle, and then you move it, this triangle like this, and then you put a stake there at one end, and then make sure it's just hanging directly down on this, and then you go like this, and then make sure it's hanging directly down, and then put a stake where that mark is, and then you put the triangle around, and it gives you the contour of the land. When water comes out of the sky, it doesn't go in fully straight lines, it spreads out in a circle. So what a swell does, putting the trough on the contour of the land, is it creates an evenly dispersed water dispersion, so there's no natural sort of streams being formed. It all goes off, and it's all evenly pushed off by gravity and the forces. That's where the first swirl mark's going to be, on the contour. Obviously we'll make our aim frame with a plumb just to feel it out, and there's a tree line there, it runs 1, 2 and there, so we'll make our first fence line there. These posts, they're charred up, so they'd be good for fence posts because you char them up to preserve them. But yeah, so there was a worry of if this set us on fire, and it's the same sort of height. This is probably higher than down there. Will it go up the ladder fuel? But this was thinned out, and I did leave more than I should have done really. But the cabin's height, it's all the way up there, so the flames, usually the drill is you have to make sure the flames will go twice as high as the structure or the grass, and it has, it's gone up, but it was safe because we've cut out a thing now. So that were good to see. It was a unintended experiment, but from that experiment we have deduced that if the fences do take, then it's not going to get to the canopy because the flames won't be high enough, because the structure was higher than the fence. So maybe like later on we will start dismantling the fences and stuff like that, but we're just planning out what we can turn into workbenches areas, and then we're going to use this as a water storage thing because we'll need water for the biochar making. All these trees that were planted here have started to come back up, these hawthorn, so that's good to see. There we go. So we're going to have to section this tree area off, and we've got the leaf blower that munch up, not the leaf vacuum, and we're going to collect a load of this time because I was like, oh, make all these swells, but we've still got the bloody dead grass, so we can collect this up and we can sterilise it and grow oyster mushrooms on that. And I've got some ideas for making biocomposites. That is organic plastic. But I'm going to need some monies for that. But I've got enough to do some examples. So we're either lazy. Well, actually, we're running fine on time, yeah.
Already.
Oh yeah, blistered already. I've just pulled that skin off. So what we're going to do, we're going to get this going, and it's really tough, this tussocky soil, so we're not going to be able to cover a lot. But that's a test for digging the swells. But so we're going to burn this so it burns the tussocks, and then we'll dig a pit there. The fire brigade, I've got my number. So it's just phone through. But look at this now, right? So you see how this is spreading out, right? So we have to make sure that it doesn't spread out from the back now. Bloody hell, it's going up quick, that, isn't it? Right, so we need to get the spades. We didn't record that, but we chose this area as well because it's the highest wildfire risk, but we couldn't record that because it was all go go go. So the wind is going this way, so you do the burn into the wind, so it burns slower because it's going into the fuel, burning the fuel into the wind, so it burns slower. So you make sure that anything a lot of it is burnt because the oxygen's coming this way, and if it's going the opposite way, it'll push it and it'll just burn the top layer. So that were good. That just two of us as well. We held that line. We held that line good, didn't we?
Yeah, no, my bag a tiny bit in the process, but you
What's
know,
that?
melting my bag in the process.
I didn't even right. So instead of putting the limbs and the ladder fuel that we've collected from here, what did set on fire, we've pointed that out in a couple of videos. So we've took that, but instead of putting it up in a big pile like that, because the wind did come and it got well, it's our first time, so we're a bit worried, but we're going to put them in whim rows, so like along from that tree to that post along here, so then the flames don't get as high, it's further away from the tree line, and you know, the flames will spread out, and then we can just make sure they don't spread to our trees. Right, so we've just learnt something really cool, and we thought because it has been purple moor exterminated for so long, that there wouldn't be a worry of the peat igniting, but around the edges of the trees, because it's just, well, the circle of that is so close to the edges of the trees and where the water gets stored, the moss, so a new peat can form. You noticed it, didn't you? You was like, oh, that's hot, and it's like a bit of the peat has caught on. So we can't do the pit here.
I've got some peat here as well.
Yeah, look at that, soft, half decomposing moss and vegetation and roots mixed in. So yeah, so yeah, we can't do the pit here, but we'll do the windrows, and this is what we've learnt from it. And we're just staying with this, and we're removing the char and the charred up logs to start the pit. But I've adjusted the fence line as well to make it a bit smaller, or the fence line marker. So very educational, weren't it? So should we do another one?
Yeah.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. Please.